Hey guys, welcome to another Sherman Oaks property tour. I'm Alan Taylor, and today I'm going to show you this home in Sherman Oaks that was featured in the hit TV series Parks and Rec. This is a William Mellenthin story-and-a-half traditional that is unbelievably rich with character and charm that you're absolutely going to love. Now, the reason I love this neighborhood in particular, it hits home for me. This is where I first got started when I was in the business. So 20 plus years ago, my dad, who's also in the business, said, hey, you should go network and door knock in this farm. I'm like, what's a farm? And whatever. He picked this neighborhood. It's 135 homes. Most of them are built by William Mellenthin. He was one of the most prolific San Fernando Valley home builders. He built over 3,000 homes in the San Fernando Valley. You know him. Many of you have seen his homes. You might not have known it's a Mellenthin. And by the way, I'm showing that one there. Character rich, super detailed and charming, amazing front elevations, rich wood detail and charm. They're just amazing houses. So I hope you enjoy this tour. Let's go inside and I'm going to show you my new listing. All right guys, so here we are. And obviously the first thing you notice is the amazing front elevation of this home. So this is a William Mellenthin story and a half. The story and a half was their model, which was, fairly unusual considering in this section of Sherman Oaks, you really had two different floor plans. As you can see to the homes to the right, those are the one level homes over there. With one of them's got the birdhouse over the garage. This one was added on to, I sold that one. This one's also a little bit different, but you can see it's got the birdhouses over the garage. But the story and a halves were unique, and you can see why it's story and a half. It's got a very wide frontage. He usually only put them on the lots that were wider. So it has this like rambling ranch front facade, and then on this side of the house over the garage is another story. So it's called story and a half, but that section is up a staircase. I'm going to show you in a second. So one of the things I love about this neighborhood is that there's only 2 entrances into the neighborhood and 8 cul-de-sacs. So it's really pockety, called North Hidden Woods, and it's just a charming residential neighborhood that you're absolutely going to want to live in. And this home was featured in the hit series Parks and Rec.
Andy. For the last time, Ron, it's Princess Rainbow Sparkle.
Holy Moses.
Can we turn you into a princess?
No.
Please?
Please.
Season 5, episode 3. I forgot the name of the episode, but you can just Google it. Parks and Rec, season 5, episode 3. It was something about a pothole. I can't remember what it was. Pothole something. I'm going to include the footage here, but here's another angle of the house. As you can see, you've got the diamond pane picture windows up there on top, and notice how the roof kind of curves up like that. It's just like kind of classic Robert Byrd, William Mellenthin, Gene Vandroff, just character architecture that you just can't find. And then when you get these houses, what you can do is you can juxtapose the old and the new by putting in, newer finishes and fixtures on the inside, but leaving some of the wood paneling and the detail. So over here on this side, that windows is the kitchen. This is the formal dining room. Check out the diamond pane windows. And one of the things he did is he had floor to ceiling picture windows that bring the outside in. And then of course there's diamond pane picture windows over the garage. No birdhouse on this one, but check out all the horizontal and wood siding, which is really impressive. Oh my God, it's Lisa. This is the designer. This is the girl remember the video when we first did? This is her.
Stop in the name of love. You're gonna buy this house. You're gonna see Cynthia too.
Is she coming right now?
Yeah, we're gonna have
Okay,
a little
cool.
meeting.
All right, I love it. All right, so here we are going on the inside. Now, I'm pretty sure you can tell why everybody loves a Mellenthin home. I mean, this is classic 1950s architecture. Check out the wood paneling. I know all you design aficionados are gonna go crazy for this. Check out how the wood paneling frames the used brick fireplace with the brick mantle and the opening. This room also has high ceilings and then is open to the dining room over there. And check out, he continued the wood paneling up there. To our right is the staircase, which goes up to the second story where there's 2 bedrooms and a bath. Storage under the stairs there. These are the original oak hardwood floors there that were peg and grooved. And then I'll give you another angle of this living room, which you can see is just spectacular. Everywhere you look, there's windows and natural light coming in and greenery. It just creates an inviting space to be in. And as you can see, it's connected to the living room. So here's the living room over here. So it's spacious in size. This table is currently set up for 6. You can easily put a table for 8. 8, no problem, and have plenty of room to go into the kitchen there and have Thanksgiving dinners, all good. So I love this alcove of diamond pane picture windows. You can see the greenery around you and the neighborhood in the distance. This is such a charming, charming vibe. I even love like the vents. I don't know if those are original, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were. Another look at the fireplace from here and the wood paneling and the staircase. Just classic architecture. Check out the handrail going up to the top. I love it. All right, so here we are going into the kitchen. Classic for Mellenthin to have this like partitioned off like galley style kitchen, but what you can do is you can open this up so that it's a little bit wider so it flows better. Behind this wall is just nothing. These have pocket doors. So see these pocket doors right here? So you can easily open this up more if you wanted to, just to create a little bit better flow into that part of the house. Usually it gets a little bit more expensive when you start knocking stuff out here, but you know, there's options for you. So it's got an eat-in kitchen, more picture windows, and then here's the galley style kitchen. So the cabinetry might be original. The handles on the cabinetry suggest that it is, although it was not common to see this type of detailing here. So I'm not sure if they're original or not. Most of them were just kind of flat paneled in pine. These look like they've been updated, but original detailing in here, lighting there, stainless appliances here. You can check out the tile. Tile's in decent shape. It totally move-inable. And check out this original feature here, the new tone. I remember going over to my grandmother's house with their food processor, pimento cheese, and she used to make all sorts of stuff. And then here is a newer fridge. So it's totally a working kitchen. It's got the space that you need and is totally doable. And then we go over here, and this is the service porch. So right off the kitchen is the service porch. Where those two chairs are is the laundry room. And then there's a pantry here. I haven't seen what's inside here. It looks like it's all cleaned out. So you've got a big pantry and a laundry room right off the kitchen. And then there's even a door to the outside. All right, so bedroom 3 is downstairs. So as you can see, it's off the service porch. It's also adorned with original oak hardwood flooring, has beautiful picture windows, and a closet, as you can see. So it's spacious. It's got 2 closets, one over here, one over there, has a beautiful picture window out to the pool, and it also has this like wood paneling on the walls, which is really handsome. I like it. So there's a lot of character, and the ceiling coves on both sides. There's recessed lights in here just to bring a little bit more natural light. And then there's your bed area. So I'm gonna take you into my, second favorite room in the house. But before I do, obviously you need to have a bathroom off the bedroom. So here you go. So this one's been updated a little bit with a clean vanity. And then here's your shower enclosure there. And then obviously the toilet. But this is my favorite room because it's got a bar. And I just love the charm and the detail of this room. So you've got slate floors, a brick hearth, this beautiful used brick wall right here, which just creates such a cool vibe, right? Everything's not drywall. You've got drywall or plaster, wood doors, wood paneling, brick wall. It's like everywhere you look is architecture. And the funny thing is I noticed this, but I didn't even realize what was there. It's just an access to the closet. I'm inside this closet here, and then you've got this little what? For show and tell? I don't know. You tell me. Super fun. But I could totally imagine the kids going back there having a blast and the parents just over there having a cocktail, just enjoying the show. Beams in here, recessed lighting. The lighting in here is amazing. Sliding doors to the outside. You're almost a 9,000 square foot lot. So you have this covered outdoor entertaining space here, which is original. And it's got that vintage support columns. Big pool in the backyard, which you can see. I'm gonna show you a little bit more of this property, of the backyard. Again, the sitting area there. Over here you've got, this is a sizable grassy yard space. So like you could easily put turf down here and have a place for the kids to kick soccer. So you could throw the soccer net there, let the kids throw the ball, play ball, grounders, whatever you wanna do. This is a very large space. The pool is huge. It's a little bit big in my opinion. But if you're cool with it, you just replaster it and love it. Like you can have big pool parties here and have a lot of people enjoying it. You've got a shallow entrance here with 2 entrances, and then it gets deep down here in this area. This is a big pool. Something that was typically built this way back in the 1950s. I'll show you another angle of the property, but there's so much space here and so much that you can do. you can easily fill in probably 90% of this, 80% of this pool. I mean, you could literally, I probably wouldn't just do it right here, but I would probably stop the pool like here. And then all of this space from here over would just be grassy yard. That would make this property over the top to have, you know, an almost 9,000 square foot lot with the pool and this big grassy yard. And check out this beautiful pine tree over there in the distance. It just feels, outside of seeing their house, and those are all windows where people really don't look in. I sold that one. The bed is like behind that one, that's always closed. That's just a light for the staircase. So aside from that, it's completely private. Can't see anybody behind you. Mature podocarpus everywhere. I'm gonna take you guys upstairs and then we'll finish off the rest of the tour. All right, so we're gonna go back upstairs or back inside the house. So just check out the detail, which is over the top. You've got lighting fixtures, original glass windows there. Look at the staircase, the hand railing, the wood. Just incredible architecture, so whimsical. I love it when people keep the architecture and then they update like the finishes or the baseboards. You can still do like wide plank European oak flooring and modern baseboards, but then leave like all the detail and the charm. This is the hall bath here. This is the only bathroom that's upstairs that services those 2 bedrooms. So you've got your tub over here, vanity here, water closet there. There's no door, but you could easily put a door there if you wanted to. And then your standing shower is here. So yeah, mostly original, primary there, but I'm gonna show you the secondary bedroom here first. So you can see it's super charming in detail. It's got a wood beam that runs across, the ceiling's cove in the corner. This is a wood built-in that I don't believe was put here by William Mellenthin back in the day. You can just tell because it's a little bit more shaker. But there's the original window there and the one that you just saw. And this is a great kid's bedroom. This could also be like an amazing office, but it's also got the built-in there. And then last but not least, the primary retreat. So it's in the front of the house, which is totally fine. It's super light and bright. It's got the diamond pane picture windows, as you can see. It's got the original oak floors, which creak a little, but that adds to the charm. And then here's your room. So it's just this spacious, comfortable, cozy. I wouldn't even say cozy, it's really good size because you've got the chair over there and you've got the chair space over here, and then you've got a whole bank of closets that are on this side. Right, so you can completely modify the sliding door system and make this so much more, you know, easier to use. You could do those like, what do you call it? Those accordion style doors. But anyways, and this is a view of your neighborhood one more time. This is a great house, guys. I hope you come take a look at it. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Ask us if you want to come set up a showing. Give us a call, 818-217-1767. And come check out why everybody loves a William Mellenthin home. Hey guys, if you're a longtime homeowner of a home in Sherman Oaks and you're selling, if your mom or dad have passed away and you've got a great home,